Welcome back to the biggest channel on YouTube. So we have an interesting emerging news in regards to Marvel Rise of Hydra. So apparently they're going to be having a new publisher. I don't know if they had one earlier, but there's a publisher that is going to be taking over. So before we get into the video, please do smash the like button, share this with your friends, let me know down in the comment section below what you think. And with that being said, let's dive straight into the videos. So the publisher's name is Plaion, formerly known as Koch Media. And I know most of you might actually pronounce the wrong
Yeah, boy.
but it's pronounced Koch Media. It is a German publisher and they've been known to publish games like Central, Metro, Dead Island, which are seemingly pretty good games in my opinion. I mean, if you're talking about the early Central, which I think they're really good games. So just to give you a bit of a backstory, so the former name for this publisher was Koch Media, so they changed it to Plaion in order to take a more broadened stance when it comes to different forms of media. Obviously, seen from the games that they've published in the past, I don't know if this is a good idea to take on a game like Marvel Rise of Hydra, but anyways, I don't know. Do you know what I mean? So let's go through this. So we have Amy Hennig, which we know where she's coming from. She's coming from the Uncharted game. She's an ex-director and a writer for the Uncharted games. She worked on Uncharted 3. She worked on the Last of Us game and the Last of Us DLC Left Behind. Okay, so we know these are really good piece of artwork. So we know what she's done in the past, and that's why I have hope in this game. I think this game is going to do exceptionally well. And if you've played any of the Uncharted games, you kind of know what this game is going to feel like. So you don't go into this game expecting to see a really huge, diverse form of combat. You kind of want to expect it to be like a Nathan Drake adventure type of game, but obviously with superhero skin on it. So just to break it down for you, if you played Uncharted games, you know we have the guns, you can throw a few punches, you have the rope for you to swing around, and then you also have the ability to climb walls and, you know, run and all that kind of stuff. So it's pretty much basic and very forward. Okay, so it's a very linear game. So that's what I think we're gonna see from this type of game that they're making here. It's gonna be very cinematic. It's gonna have a really good stunning visual moments and also have that kind of simple combat that's just gonna keep you going through the story. So I don't know, it's probably looking like a game that's gonna be about 15 hours long ish kind of thing, and I have no problem with that. So let me know down in the comment section below, do you agree or do you think the game is going to be something totally different? Now, most of the areas in the game are most likely going to be non-navigable areas. So it's going to be sort of like God of War, Star Wars, Jedi Survivor, you know, all these kind of games that are quite linear, that gives you a sense of, you know, open world kind of ish. You know what I mean? So obviously that's no big deal. We've seen several games like this in the past. Okay, so now this is where the fun parts comes in. If you're going to be publishing a game, you'll think you have enough money laying around. Okay, so when it comes to things like advertising the game, making the trailers, basically anything that has to do with putting the game out there for the right consumer to find the game or acquire any information that has to do with the game in the first place, it has to be made easy for the right consumer, right? So obviously if you have a look here, you can see that Plaion has had issues with layoffs in the past. Okay, they do say that this is just part of the plans that they had to make to simplify the publishing operations within the companies. They said it's only going to put about 5 to 6 jobs at risk, and they have over about 2,000 employees. So I would expect, you know, I don't know exactly what it means to publish a game or to finance such business, but obviously this is something we've seen for the past few months and years now in the gaming industry. A ton of layoffs because they had to cut down on budget. So I think this game is in good hands because obviously if they're having a publisher, that means more money is going to get funded into it. It's going to have more light shone onto it. So in terms of trailers, marketing, because we've not heard anything much from the game ever since, and I think the game is gonna be something that we would see that will surprise a lot of people because we've not had any game as similar in a while. Do I think this is going to be a bad news for the game? Not really. Would I have preferred a different publisher to take over? Most likely, because you know what, I take what I said back. If this game was being published by a company like EA, it's probably going to be in the worst hands ever. So Plaion is probably the best shot we have right now. And obviously, from the list of games I've seen they've published in the past, I'll say the worst out of it is Saints Row. The first Central games are pretty good. The last one, not so much. Dead Island is a pretty good game, and Metro is a really high regarded game. And they don't seem to rush the developers to push out these games. At least I've not heard of them doing anything similar. So I think this game is in really good hands. And obviously more fun is going to get into it, and it's going to get the credit it needs. Obviously, I just want to let you guys know what's popping in the gaming industry. And as we go further, we're looking for the games that we're expecting to drop about next year and beyond. So click on the video on screen to learn more. With that said, make sure to like the video, share with your friends, let me know down in the comment section below what you think. And with that being said, I'm going to catch you guys in my next one. Skadoosh.